the NFL, man, actually upholded Azeez Al-Shaair's 3-game suspension for his hit on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has been put on IR. And, Tom Brady, my coworker, had a little comment on Azeez Al-Shaair's hit on Trevor Lawrence, saying that quarterbacks need to take care of themselves. Is there a video, Bailey, that we want to play, or is it just more of a quote here, Bailey?
What do I know? It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
like it seems like can we put something in context real quick?
Yeah.
I already know you know what I'm about to say. It seems as if I say it first, and then legendary Tom Brady says it after, and then what I say just gets fucking thrown under the wash because I'm not the name that Tom Brady is. But It sure seems like my little voice says it, and then about 2 months or years later, Tom Brady says exactly what I say on a small show that's growing versus Tom Brady, who can get on a mic anywhere and the shit is instantly viral. Doesn't it seem like that? I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping.
It's happened a couple of times with a couple of your quotes, but I don't know if you're insinuating that people are just listening to your quote and writing it down and they're taking it and going somewhere else. I know
not quote, just my takes.
I know Brady's not doing that. I know Brady's not just sitting at the crib like,
no.
JB said that.
No. I'm just saying it's funny that it happens.
It is funny though. It's ironic with some of the
not a quote. He just takes exactly my take and then says it.
Well, that just means that their great minds think alike. Like that means other quarterbacks, because you played quarterback, agree with you, which makes sense. Again, I'm not saying the stuff you say is just crazy. Even with this hit, we disagree only on the fact that me as a defensive player who used to hit people, it's hard to explain unless you actually played. And I know, listen, even Weddle kind of disagrees with me. That's fine. Like this is one of those plays where it's like I can see both sides. I just truly believe that Azeez didn't have to put the extra oomph on it. I think that was a choice. Which again, I'm not mad at the choice. We're trained. We're trained to go out here and destroy and hit quarterbacks any chance that we get. But I'm saying he had enough time when he launched to be like, he's sliding and kind of just like, again, roll over. I've seen it so many times. Like I've seen guys like kind of give themselves up as the defensive player and not do nothing extra to where like you might make some slight contact, but you're not really like trying to hit him. You're just like, he's sliding. You kind of fall over. You do a little gator roll and you keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But this dude's like, nah, I'm launched. I see he's sliding. I'm still gonna give him one of these. Again, I'm not mad about it, but understanding today's rules and how quarterbacks are protected, I thought that individual play itself was considered dirty in today's game, in today's leagues. It was unnecessary. Now, I'm not going to go here. There's people out here going like, what's your man, the offensive lineman who you say he's like running the whole thing, came out with the quote the other day, Runyon. He came out, his stuff sounded almost personal, the way I'm not going that far, like all the stuff he was saying about Azeez, but
it wasn't personal when Cam Newton got hit. That's what's crazy to me. It wasn't personal when Cam got hit. Because he's big. Oh, because he's big. I want to hear the same shit. Because he's big. Shut the fuck up, people.
When did Cam get hit?
Shit. Maybe Bailey will bring it in.
14 years ago?
No, he got hit a few years ago when he came back. And he got same exact slide, same exact act, same exact situation. Got hit the same way by the Falcons.
You know the difference, homie.
He's black. I don't want to play the race card with it. I'm going to play the fact that we are so fucking inconsistent as referees in a league that should be paying them full time. Instead, they don't. They hire part-time referees in a professional sport that is the biggest professional sport in the world. We hire lawyers and doctors to be referees on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays, and they are half invested in the actual game. They actually watch what's going on. So guess what? You're going to get inconsistent flag play, and that's just what it is. Bailey, if you can find the Cam Newton slide that he got hit on, that everyone's talking about today. Smitty hasn't seen it, but I want to know what the difference is in that hit and this Azeez Al-Shaair or whatever his name is.
Azeez Al-Shaair.
Yeah, whatever his hit is. He came out and dropped an Instagram and a tweet and said, "You want me to be the villain? I'll be the villain." And he dropped a little Joker meme. It is what it is. Hey, go. I like the fact. Go be the villain. Fuck it. I'm good with it. Here's the issue I have, Smitty. You said all that you said, and you said you've seen it all before, and where a guy comes by and just taps him after the slide. I don't believe you have. I don't believe you looking at what the context is. He hit him at the first down marker. We've seen the taps after the first down or on second down or on a very long run that's just a moot point at that point. The first down's been had. Then you see the tap. You've never seen that bang play at the first down marker when you slide that late. And you and I, either of us, have actually been in the situation, even though we played and have been around it and we know how fast the game moves. But that particular situation, maybe you have. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Have you ever had a guy slide on you that fast and then 6'6" quarterback at that speed and then, bang? I don't think we've been in that situation. So we could say we see it all we want, but we sound like the casual fanboy who's on DraftKings right now. Let's be honest. We're not moving 4.5 like him, and we're not moving at 4.6 like the quarterback was, and we're not trying to get the first down, and we're not trying to stop him from getting the first down. So we've been talking about this for 4 days now. None of us know what it's like and how it is because it's a biomechanically impossibility to stop your body when you are parallel to the fucking ground at 4.5 with 20 pounds of gear on. Let's just be honest. People need to stop with this narrative that he could pull up and stop, and people need to stop with the narrative that Trevor Lawrence was a defenseless player. What's the difference? What really? Show that again. What is the true difference in that play and this other play? And there was not one thing called on that. Not one. Not one play. And this play slowed down, by the way. Not one play. Not one penalty was called on that play. There was no flagrant, target, fine, suspension. See, that's what.
Yeah, but Jay, I get your point. But
John Runyon wasn't the guy then, by the way. He was now the guy. But I'm just saying.
But one, every game is a different group of refs. So again, it's a subjective thing. They're not robots. So
don't that go to my point that you should have fucking
but they're not robots.
Refs?
I'm saying every ref's not gonna call things exactly the same. Number one.
Okay, doesn't that go to my point?
Number two, that was Cam as a Carolina Panther. Like, I don't know, like how, like rules change every year. The how much they protect quarterbacks have changed even in the last 5 or so years. Like Cam as a Panther, was that the comeback as a Panther? Was that his first run? I mean, that was the first time. I'm just saying that was his first. Let me ask you record. That was what 2016 or something like that.
I don't care, man.
I asked you how long ago was it because the
Can I ask you something?
The rules ain't been the same. I'm just saying the rules are the exactly the same. So they continue to get softer on the quarterback. So I hear what you're saying, but I mean, that's like me finding a play from 04 or some shit and be like, look, man, they didn't call it the same.
Well, does it matter?
It's not the same.
Does it matter?
It do matter because the rules change. Like I don't understand. Like if it changes,
we know the rules change. We know the rules change, but does it matter? Why are we? The bottom line is, what are we doing? We're defending a football hit in a football game that allows hitting, and we're steady trying to find ways to figure out why we're defending a quarterback that wears pads the same as the defender that wears pads. Why are we playing football here or not? There shouldn't be a discussion in this shit, in my opinion. Like, stop with the discussion on this whole thing. Like, I don't even know why it's a fucking debate. I don't know why it's even brought up. The shit should have never been brought up. Just as in Cam Newton, that hit right there was never really brought up. And he got knocked out. He was like catatonic too. I'm trying to figure out, it's football. Shit happens. Football plays happen. We have softened the game so much that now we are making every fucking excuse in the book how to protect the asset. And the asset is the $100, $200, $300 million quarterback that wears the same gear as the guys on defense. So if you're going to change that and you're going to bitch and cry and moan about that, then you need to take the QB out of the equation and put him in shorts. Because there's no other debate to be had here. Like, put him in another scenario. Either make him the punter, which, if anyone knows what I mean, the punter is protected inside this cylinder. In the back, when he's in the punting situation, he is protected just as a quarterback is protected in the pocket. You can't hit the punter late. You can't hit the punter low. You can't high-low the punter. You can't land on the punter. There is no difference between the punter and the quarterback when he's in the pocket. The difference is, Smitty, when the punter fakes the punt and becomes a runner, how many punters have we seen get absolutely boom-bazzled? We've seen it in all-star games. We've seen it in the Pro Bowl. So I'm just saying, dog, there's only a few Pat McAfees that are going to try to go talk the shit and hit a guy. Let's be honest. So go look at what Sean Taylor did to the fucking punter. I'm just telling you, if you're going to protect him in the pocket like a punter, then either A, the rule means you can't run no more, quarterback. So don't run no more then, homie. Like, what do we want to do? You want to see Lamar Jackson make all these crazy, exciting plays? Or do you want to say you can't run, quarterback? Because when the quarterback becomes a runner, he's a fucking running back.
And they can hit them. It's just when they slide. So, like you said, maybe remove quarterback slide, like you said. Like, which sounds crazy to me because slide has always been a part of the game. But maybe that is a solution, man. You can't slide. If you run, you just got to run and take the hit. You know, maybe that's what it is. You know, I don't know. But
I mean, I remember
Josh Allen gets hit all the time.
I remember when quarterbacks get hit, and that's the thing. That's why I'm not going to use this race card shit. Josh Allen gets hit as hard as anybody, and nobody.
Yeah, I was talking about the race card. I'm not. Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying. I've seen people out here using the race card, and I'm sitting here like, nah. Josh Allen gets hit as hard as anybody on the fucking run, just like Lamar does when they run, just like anybody else. And CMC or the head coach, I'm fucking drawing a blank for the Lions, just told the entire defense. Dan Campbell told the entire defense to hit Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
If he don't slide out of bounds.
As you should.
To me, that's fucking coaching. So now are they going to put a bounty gate on him?
No, we've always been taught. We've always been told.
Have you seen that podcast? Have you seen a podcast of his players talking about what Dan Campbell told
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's out there. I don't know if anybody can find it.
No, I believe it, though, because
they had some guys on a podcast yesterday, and they were like, shit, Coach Campbell told us to hit this motherfucker out of bounds. Yeah. I mean, before he went out of bounds. And I'm like, shit, that's football. Like, make that motherfucker, like, I'm just saying, man. Like,
on the sideline, if he's still in the game, we hitting him as much as we possibly can. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's removing the slide from it, but
see, what the problem is, when we have these Taylor Swifties who are allowing their quarterback to tippy-toe down the sideline, put the ball out, and get extra 3 yards at the first down marker, and then run out of bounds and do all his shit, and then nobody hits him, and then nobody complains about shit, and then all of a sudden you're 11-1, and now we're talking about why Mahomes is getting away with this, and why this team gets these referee calls, and why these calls continue to go the Chiefs' queendom's way. You know why? Because he don't fucking get hit, and he don't fucking get hit. And that's the reason why the Lions beat the Chiefs game 1 last year to start the season, because they were putting a hitting on that motherfucker, and he didn't want to break the pocket and run. Because Campbell said, let's hit that motherfucker, just as his players said about Caleb Williams yesterday on this podcast. So,
and we got the clip right now. Let's show it real quick.
The craziest part is before the game or in our team meeting, Dan was talking to us, and he was showing clips of Caleb like going out of bounds, going back in, going out. He said, no, you don't. The beginning of it was, no, you don't. And then it was just clips of him doing that. He goes, if he does this, we're going to hit his ass. And he's already warned the refs. The refs know. So what happened in the game, like, I already know there's no flag. Because
he was not out
of bounds, came back in. Jack hit his ass. We're like, yeah. And everyone on the Bears like, what the that's a flag. We're like, bro, he went out, literally came back in and took it. Like, damn.
Yeah, no, he never stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? When are more head coaches going to start calling it on the carpet and saying, hey, motherfucker, you want to do this, fuck around shit like what's his name did Kenny Pickett in college? Yeah. You want to keep doing this shit, guess what? We're going to bang your ass. And that's just, I wish more coaches would do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm just like, I don't get it, man.